At least for me in-house, the situation is that it's quite challenging to create a system out of all those actions. Even with the AI, with the cloud, with all MCPs, connectors, etc., I still feel that those actions are operated in silos. I would love to hear from other people in the chat, especially those who are running like in-house marketing activities. Is that the same for them? Because right now, I feel like I'm doing a lot of copy pasting. For example, like I've connected Fathom, where our sales and success and support is having all the calls recorded. I've connected Ahrefs. I've connected our website. And it's great for researching. It's great for mapping topics, pain points, etc., etc. But I still need to get all those informations to other projects to actually put it in the work.
From what I'm hearing, it probably sounds like it might be like a architectural problem of like how you're storing, assuming you're like building with Claude Cowork or Claude Code and you're using like local files or even like GitHub. But what I would recommend is actually having a dedicated processing step in between it going into this like sources database. If every time the sales calls ends, there's a step that extracts like voice of customer, objections, objection handling, proof, whatever, that goes into the database, then you're not processing when you're pulling it from this step to this step. It's already pre-processed. And that helped a lot with keeping the high quality output that you found from having every project separate, if that makes sense. Honestly, this system, I think, solves your problem. So the idea is then this goes into like a database, whatever Notion, whatever your team uses. This is like the collaboration layer. And there's an idea bank. And then either a human content strategist can come in and be like, oh yeah, like this is great, whatever, move this forward. They approve. And then based off of whatever, format or asset type that was defined, that's what it moves forward as. So it's actually cool because there's a human in the loop step where I can say, oh, I like this idea, but the AI suggested it be an article, and I actually want this to be a newsletter. And then once I move that forward, it then produces as a newsletter because I just made that change. So you can do this content strategist step as a AI, but this is probably where I'd recommend a human the most. And then it goes and based off of like your posting calendar or like what your cadence is, that's a predefined doc. It then routes it to where it needs to be scheduled to be posted.